Hello, everybody. Good day, gays. Welcome to the premiere episode of the Good Day Gay podcast. I'm your main host. I'm your host, Russell Ray. And joining me today and on all of our future episodes is my co-host, Pauly B. Pauly. Oh, no, your mic is off. Hold on. We're off to a great start. Excellent start. Oh, my God. Okay.
We have had
Co-host.
technical difficulties.
It wouldn't be a podcast
Without
if there was no
difficulties.
technical difficulties. So, I mean, first things first, I'm shooting from Long Beach, California, and Paul is down under in Australia, South Australia, correct?
South Australia, yeah, Adelaide, South Australia.
How are you feeling?
I'm a little bit nervous because this is my first time on a podcast, my first time, I guess, out there, like I'm not gay. But no, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited. I'm excited to do this with you.
What I was told one time is anything can happen live, just roll with it. And when you're live, just keep moving forward and keep going.
Wait, did you say live?
Yes.
We're live.
Yeah, girl, yes.
You didn't... You know, like Rihanna when she was like, we're live? This is Instagram live?
Wait, no. So, okay, look, I do not edit my podcast. Everything is live to tape. Okay, we are professionals. We are red carpet ready. We're ready to go. So buckle up because you are live and we already have somebody watching.
Okay, well, that would have been nice to know last night while I was having fun at a wedding and my voice is now coarse this morning, but that's fine. We're live. Let's do this.
I mean, element of surprise was everything, right?
All right.
Okay, so let's meet the host. So we're going to tell you all who we are. Gay. Our group of gays are going to be called the gays. The good gays, right? So look, good gays. But here's what it is. I am Russell Ray. I'm a television host, world traveler. I've been on Peacock Television. I have a kids game show called Create the Escape, where I'm the designer. These kids create their ultimate escape room, and they bring their parents to get out at the end of the week. And I've been featured on HGTV for Unfinished Business. We remodeled my mom's entire house, that was fun. My mom and I do DIY design, and I design by day. As you can see behind me, this is my design for the season for Harry Potter Halloween.
Cute.
And Paul, let's tell them who you are about to. Let's get into it. Go ahead.
So I'm Pauly B. I'm Australian. I live in South Australia, which is south of Australia. I was born in Australia, but I was actually born in Darwin, which is Northern Territory. But I'm Filipino. I'm a finance bro. I love to dance. Dancing is one of my favorite things to do. I play rugby. I play rugby for a gay and inclusive rugby club. Shout out to the Sharks.
Very hot gay rugby team, by the way, which I got to see in Rome.
Rome, yes. It was so good to see you in Rome, actually. But yeah, there are hot guys that play rugby, me included.
Oh my God. Like, what do you eat? Because everybody is just so thick. Like, my legs could never. Okay, my legs, my arm, my back. Y'all are just tackling each other. I played football for years, like American football. And I look nothing like these men that were in Rome.
I don't know. I'm Filipino. I just eat rice, girl. Like, rice is how I stay.
Girl, give me some of the rice. I want rice.
They say, like, Filipinos have, like, those coconut calves. Like, we just have big legs. Coconut calves and big legs. But that's it. Rice.
Always hydrated.
Rice is
carbohydrated.
But, you know, you got to do the squats for the booty. Squats for the booty day.
I do have booty. Like, girl, I'm Mexican. It kind of started as a squoval, and then as you work it out, it kind of pushes up. It's like in and up once you get it all lifted. Like, you got to hit the right weights is what people don't understand. They think it's fake. So basically, our podcast here is us. We're just gonna dive right into it. We're in our 30s. Like, Jesus Christ, life is moving so fast. It's been 2 years since we met, right?
It was 2 years, wasn't it? World Pride.
Yes.
World Pride.
So
Sydney World
Paul
Pride.
and I met at World Pride Sydney, which they call Mardi Gras. in Australia. So it was World Pride. There was like hundreds of thousands of people there, and we're in line to the club. We're already both lit, and we were talking about, we started bonding over chicken.
Yeah, because we're in line for
We
the
both wanted
club,
KFC.
and my friend was like, "We're going in here," and all I wanted was KFC. I'm like, I don't want to go into the club. I literally just want to get KFC and go home. And then I think you must have caught drift of the conversation, and you're like, KFC.
Look, I'm all about a good head snatch. I want KFC.
KFC. Did you say KFC?
Look, the amount of times I ate American food in Australia, because like you all value your I don't know if I'm gonna speak. American work standards and Australian work standards are different. That's probably the best way to put that, right?
Yes.
All, the hours that were by the hotel at the restaurant said open early, close late. I didn't know. We tried going out at 9 p.m. to go get food. It was closed. We tried going out the next day to get food at 8 p.m. It was closed. We went at 7 and they were like, okay, this is last call. We're like, okay, so we're eating McDonald's for 3 days in a row.
Yeah, Australia's like that. Yeah.
Which I love it because it makes so much sense why everyone down under is so happy, always smiling, just always about a good time. Like I didn't have a bad experience down there.
Yeah, Aussies are like that. We're very welcoming. Like we love people. I think Aussies are just like that. We're just chill. That's what we're
like you are probably the most approachable person that I know. And I'm not just saying that. Like when we were was it Madrid or were we in Barcelona this year?
It was Barcelona.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in Barcelona, you're just like conversing with everybody. And I'm like standing in the corner looking like Wednesday Addams.
No, you weren't.
And then in Rome, you were like, this is my friend over here. And this is my friend over here. And I was like, I was so flustered because everybody was hot. And I'm like, I feel like a mop, right? But like, thank God Addie was there with me because I was like, I'm so overwhelmed and I don't know anybody, and they've all been bonding and tackling each other for the past 72 hours. And so like you get to know each other, right? Because you're beating each other up on the field. And I was like, I feel like I've just felt like a troll, and you're like, "Hey, everybody, we're here," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So
I think because
you are so approachable.
Playing rugby, like I wasn't playing rugby in that Rome tournament. I kind of was just there to support, so I had the energy to say hello to everyone.
Look, and I've kept in touch with some of those people because of you.
Yeah, and I think that's just. Like, it's so cool that you meet people across the world, like us. Like, we literally met 2 years ago, and now we're doing a podcast together. Like, how does that work? Yeah.
So, like, just so everyone knows, I reached out to Paul one day, and I'm like, should we do a podcast? And he was instantly just, yes. Not even a question.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've been wanting to do something over here. Because there's a podcast in Adelaide now. It's, I don't know if they're best friends. They're not a couple, that's for sure, but they're best friends.
Okay.
And I see their shorts all the time. I'll have to send it to you. We'll give them a little feature on here because like they're great. They're hilarious.
Okay, if they're in Adelaide, then yeah, we definitely got to get them on here.
But that's the only other thing I know about Adelaide. So can you give us some geographical information about this? Because I feel like most people know where Southern California, Los Angeles is. I'm basically Los Angeles.
Yeah. Okay. So I suppose if you look at Australia and you were to like split Australia into 3 parts, so this is me with Australia. This is Australia. And this is Australia. And you have to split it into 3 parts. So the middle part is like Northern Territory, which is where I was born. Northern Territory, South Australia. So South Australia is that bottom part of Australia. Like it literally looks like this. That's South Australia. And Adelaide's like just near the bottom. Yeah, Adelaide's cute. Like it's called, we call it the city of churches because there's literally churches everywhere.
And let the church say gay man. Gay man.
Stop.
Oh my God.
I can't now. Yeah, South Australia. I guess geographically it's like an hour flight from Sydney and Melbourne. Yeah, super close.
So everybody, Brother Paul from the Church of is gracing
Stop it.
your YouTube and your telephone screens today. Thank you, Brother Paul, for being with us
You're
today.
welcome. You're
Gay
welcome.
man. Oh my
For the
God,
good
Marsha's
gays.
streaming in. I introduced you all together. I introduced you to each other in New York.
Yes, New York.
Because Paul, unlike anybody in America, was able to take 6 months off from work and travel the world.
It was the best time of my life. I described that time. It literally was like 3 months ago. I described that time as like my third life crisis because we are talking about our 30s. So I did have a quarter life crisis at 25, but then this was my next one, which was the third life crisis. So being a finance bro, 30 times 3 is 90. I'm only living to 90. But yeah, I literally just told my boss that, hey, I need a bit of a break. I want to travel the world. I want to explore. We have long service leave in Australia. So I literally had like 6 months worth of leave and I just took it and I just went and it was the best. And yeah, I was thinking about it the other day. Like, I met you 2 years ago. I caught up with you in LA, Long Beach.
Yes.
And then where did we go next? You messaged me
York.
and you said, New York. You were like, hey, I'm going to be in New York for this entire month. And I was like, easy. I'm literally in New York. We can catch up. And then that's when we met. That's when I met Marsha. And then, yeah, we hit up in Barcelona and then in Rome. Like, we've seen each other 4 times this year.
Yeah. Look, my goal is to get down to Australia sometime next year. Like, look, we're trying to make this happen for everybody so that we can be shooting in the same room. But with that said, we need you all to take a moment out and like and subscribe to this page.
Like and subscribe.
Let me tell you, the faster we can build this following, the faster we can get Paul and I into the same room, the faster we can do dumb things with people in the room with us. And convince each other to do things on camera that most people probably wouldn't do. Which will be so much fun. With that being said, let's talk about what today's episode is, the Dirty 30s. Let's talk about our 30s. Oh Lord, let me tell you, my back hurts, my knee is going to turn, my right knee turns 72 next week, and my sciatica turned 28 last week because she's still useful, but my rotator cuff is about 95, and that thing's about to give out any day.
How like, sorry, I was just gonna say, you know how they say like 30s is gay death, like
I'm feeling it.
It's gay death of the knees, like the knees just. The knees just go.
And a lot of people are on their knees in their 30s.
Oh my god.
But we don't shame those people, Paul, okay?
We don't shame those
people.
We don't shame the good gays, no.
But they do choppy. The 30s just choppy up the knee. Just
the knees are gone.
Oh my goodness. What, like, okay, so now that we're talking about gay death, basically we're navigating now through our 30s, because my 20s were lit. Like, it was amazing. I was living my best life. I met all kinds of people. 30s. I was, working at the club. I was making a lot of money. And then I got a professional job. And then, which I'm grateful, like, for my professional jobs. But I feel like things started to hurt at that point. So I mean, so now that we're in our 30s, like, what's hot in our 30s? Because we knew what was hot in our 20s, and it was going to the club, drinking Adioses, having Long Island iced teas, and if you really were nasty, you drank blue UV vodka, which was like, oh my god, it's like rubbing alcohol, and it was like $7.99.
Okay, this is funny now because when we were getting ready for this episode and, we were talking about what's hot in your 30s, like, you're talking about, like, what's hot in your 30s. I literally wrote, and I've got here in my notes, I'm like, emotional intelligence.
No, the emotional intelligence is amazing. In order to keep a conversation going, like, oh my god, mentally stimulate me so hard right now. Like, oh my gosh, if you can laugh, like, if you have a personality, I feel like nobody in 2024 has a personality.
Oh my god, that's like, I 100% get that. And it's like people out here, they're looking good, but they have no personality. And it's like, what's up with that? If you're gonna look good, have a personality.
I want to look good with no personality because then people just flock all over you. This is why people love Australians because they have amazing body. Like their physiques are amazing. Don't come to America. We have sugar and everything. It's diabetes central.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, Australia just have sun. You have to have a good body because there's sun everywhere.
Oh my
Sun.
God, I want a good body in the sun.
You have a
It's
good
so gloomy
body.
right now. I have a light so that I can look tan like I'm supposed to be. I'm Mexican. What is
Yeah, true.
happening?
Exactly. All right,
But
let's talk about
honestly,
the
you know what's hot to
30s.
me at 30?
Yeah.
Ambition.
Mm,
And if you have ambition and you just take the risk and you go for it, that is so attractive to me. Like, even
mm,
as a friendship, if you're
mm.
just like, if you say something and you follow through with it, I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yes.
I want to be your best friend because I want to jump on that wagon, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
in our 20s, we were like, I'm gonna rule the world and I'm gonna own everything and I'm gonna move out of my parents' house and I'm gonna have a 5-bedroom house and I'm gonna have 2 children. I'm gonna have 6 dogs. I live in Long Beach in a bungalow and I don't have any animals because I can't afford it.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
racking up
think
debt left and right.
we all are in this economy. We all are. Um, but I think that's like that's one thing that I thought of as well, like what's hot, and it's like consistency. And I think consistency in like what you said, like your friendships, dating, relationships, like consistency is hot. Like consistency is hot. And to follow through with what you're gonna say, and in your 30s, it's just like you don't have time to deal with inconsistencies or to deal with things that just don't vibe with you. Like that's
Yo,
what I
the clock is ticking, is what people don't understand at 30. Like, you are right at the point where like you're gonna make it or you're gonna break it. It's like, you take a deep breath and hang on because either you're just gonna fall flat on your face and you gotta rebuild everything, or you're just like getting over the hump and like
think.
you got something going for you. But I feel like 30s is the perfect midlife crisis, right? Because I've had my job
Mm,
for
mm.
almost 7 years now,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, is this it? Am I gonna die in this job? Right,
Oh
right.
my
Not that it's a
gosh.
bad thing or not that I have a bad
No,
job,
no.
but
Yeah.
I'm having these moments now where I'm thinking, is this my end all be all? Am I gonna ever like am I gonna get am I gonna get promoted? Am I gonna find a promotion? Is there gonna be an opportunity for me to like grow, or is this
But
what is
then like,
happening?
but when you feel like that, then like, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? Like, because you do feel
Start
like
a
that in your
podcast
30s.
and talk about it.
Start a podcast and talk about how in your 30s you're gonna die.
Start a podcast and talk about when you're gay and you're 30, nobody wants you. Let me tell you, I worked with a 27-year-old freaking model the other day, and
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah, yeah,
oh my God, I'm a peasant. I'm a troll. Like, just you like the pandemic hit me hard. My hair started falling out because of COVID. And
Oh
I'm
my
like
gosh.
looking at this person, and I'm you you have so much going for you. Like, I wish I could turn back the time and be 27 and just be at that age. And that's not even that far behind me. I'm 32 years old,
Do you
but
know
I'm
what?
just like, I
Do
was cute at 27. Now I got to be an adult at 32.
do you know what like makes me feel better in my 30s? So like
Eating
I'm
ice
32
cream and
as
watching Sex in the City.
that is good as well. That is good. Ice cream is good and Sex and the Sea is the perfect combo.
But what makes
But
you feel better in your 30s?
so what makes me feel better in my 30s is thanking my Filipino ancestors and my Filipino heritage because to look like this at 30, like to have these genes at 30, thank you to the Filipinos that allow us to have nice glowing skin at 30. That's what makes
Baby,
me feel better sometimes.
and Filipinos and Mexican are one and the same because
Exactly. And I was gonna say you should be like that as well. Like he's 27,
Mexicans,
but
we get fine. We are like fine wine. We get better with age. I still ain't
exactly.
got baby. Get into this.
That
Still
line.
no
Let me
wrinkles.
go forward with
Not
this.
an ounce of Botox. Look at this, y'all. Okay, I still
That
got all
ring
my
light.
teeth for right now. Like, there's just a lot going on.
Oh, did you, talking
But
about
like,
teeth.
let me tell you something too about millennials, right? So
Okay,
we
tell
had
us.
so many preservatives in our food growing up, I feel like
Yes.
those preservatives are now preserving us because Gen Z is eating everything organically and they're aging organically. They're like going bad on the shelf already in their 20s. I'm like, you look 45 and you're 26.
But I
And
think
I'm
Gen Z are
32 and I'm
trying to
looking
look
like I'm
45.
25.
Yeah, but Gen Z are trying to look 45, I think. Like they want to look
Why?
older than they are. I don't know. I don't know.
Baby, go through the ugly stage. Be ugly.
I was ugly at one stage.
I was hideous.
You got to be ugly to be hot.
You gotta have a look. I'm glad
That's
that I started peaking
motivational.
at this age, opposed to people that I went to high school with who were like just fine in high school because they're ugly, they're bald. I'm like, that's what happens when you're straight.
This what I do also think that gay men are younger. Like we're 32, but
Mhm.
then okay, so we're 32, but we're ethnic. So it's like take away 3 years. So now we're 29. But then we're also gay. So take away another 3 years. We're actually 26 years old. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like gay people are younger than they are.
so glad I'm 26 years old again. Look at this.
We're 26. We can go to the under 30s party now.
Let me know. I will fly. I will
I'll
take
let
a
you
flight
know.
to Australia tomorrow.
26 because we're gay and ethnic.
But even though we're 26, like reality, we're 32.
We're
So now
32.
we
We're
have a
32.
32-year-old mind, which I don't mind having because I have
No,
life experience. I've
that's the
done
best
things. I
thing.
built and sold my first business at 24. There's a lot that I've done in my 20s to have the knowledge that
Yeah.
I do now in my 30s. With that being said, we talked about what's hot in your 30s, right?
Yep.
What turns you on in your 30s? Like makes you want to beg somebody and you make that your person, or like just make them what would be the qualifications for a boyfriend for you in your 30s? What's your turn on? Besides what we talked about, what's hot. So like things are hot, but like what turns you on? What gets you really going?
I would say like okay, so automatically when you say what turns you on, I think physical. So physically, kissing I think is so important. It's like you've had 30 years to learn how to kiss, and like, yeah, if you can't kiss when you're 30, then I don't know what's going on with you. Um, but other than physical, what turns me on at 30, I'm a little bit crazy. I'm single, and I think partly of the reason why I'm single is because I am crazy, but I'm also self-aware and I know that I'm crazy.
Wait, what does
Um,
crazy mean though? Like what define crazy?
Crazy is like I don't even know like how to define crazy. You know what? I've been to therapy, and so maybe maybe maybe
I love that.
okay, crazy is when you like is when you're not self-aware and you don't know why you're doing something. And so look, before I went to therapy, I was a little bit crazy. I was acting a fool. Like, I was not a good boyfriend before I was 30. Um, but I think for
I've
me,
always been a
what
great
turns
boyfriend. Thank you.
but you're welcome. But for me, what turns me on at 30 is like someone that's just gonna show up for you. I think that's what like that's someone that's gonna show up for you, and um, you've got the compatibility, and you just
Shop for you, like grocery shopping?
no show up. Maybe it was my accent. Show up.
Oh, a show up. No, 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 no. It's like it got muffled for a second, and so I was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
shop. Interesting. So like, okay, cute. Someone who's gonna bring home the bell peppers and the avocados. Like, oh, that is a turn
That
on. They bring me
that
all
is
the
hot as
avocados.
well. Yeah, that is hot as well. Like, what? You did the groceries? You did the laundry? What?
Let I will rub
Acts
your
of
feet.
service.
I
Acts of
will
service.
rub the feet. Okay.
What
That's
about
as close as
you?
I'm getting feet, though. I'm just being
I don't mind feet. I don't mind feet, but I don't have a
Do
fetish.
feet turn you on in your 30s? I'll take that as a yes. The silence is very loud right now. The silence is so loud. With that being said, wait, Jamie Rogers is in the chat. She said girl math, and she said at something that we were talking about.
Oh,
hey Jamie.
Hey. Maybe it was like how we're 26 years old. The math behind that.
Yeah, girl math. That you're right. That is girl math. And Gen Z aging organically is the
Yeah.
I don't know why I just made that face. I mean, I really don't wrinkle my face. People think I have Botox all the time because like my forehead is so tight. But like I can move my forehead.
All right, tell me what's hot for you at 30 or what turns you on at 30.
What turns me on, like consideration turned me on at 30.
Consideration.
If you consider me, I will give you the world. And I mean like considerations like if I'm coming home from a long day of work and you're making dinner or you picked up dinner, like I am so turned on. Like I'm also turned on by someone who can eat. Like, I don't want someone who doesn't eat. Like, let's go to the buffet. Let's go to the Royal Chinese buffet and go get all of the food. I want everything.
How many plates are you having at a buffet?
As long as they don't kick me out. Hello? Like, do you know who I was raised by?
Oh, Filipinos.
Like, my grandparents were, I was 12 and under for 15 years. Okay.
We will put the bread into the napkin and then into the handbag.
My grandma used to do that. She used to put chicken wings in a plastic bag and she put them in a purse from the buffet.
The breakfast buffet in the morning. Like you're staying in a hotel and the breakfast buffet has the croissants, the pastries, and it's like, we need this for later.
Yeah.
We need
my grandma used to do the same thing. My mom used to be like, and Mexicans. Stop it right now. My grandma would be like, they're gonna need it later. And I'd be hungry and my grandma would be like, aren't you glad I took this?
I told you. Yeah. That's exactly Filipino culture as well. That's hilarious. Right, so you're talking about consideration, right?
Consideration, yes. Well, like it's so hot to me when also I was never attracted to hair before.
Oh, I love hair.
I did not. I don't have like I'm not a very hairy person.
I have 3 chest hairs. I can't.
I have 3 as well.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. There's 2 on this side and there's 1 over here.
I have 5 then. I've got 5 then. 3 in the center and 1 here, 1 here.
That's all I have. I feel your pain, but I don't want to like sweaters don't turn me on, right? So like I want someone with like just nice groom, like very tight to the body. Like the hair has to be tight to the body.
Yeah, I like that body hair gives men like a shape. Do you know what I mean? Like
yes.
And that's what I think. Like if I had body hair, I would have a 6-pack. Do you know what I mean? Because the body hair would make
because I would shave out all the lines.
It would have the illusion that there's a 6-pack. That's why, body hair.
It does. It does give more definition. There's this guy on Twitter who his pecs look a lot bigger than what they are because he shaves.
Because
he shaves his whole torso.
Yeah.
And so like he has no stomach hair and it's just like all chest. And then he like grooms it really tight and then he leaves a little extra in the middle so that it looks like his chest is a lot bigger than what it actually is.
Yeah. And what are our 3 chest hairs giving us?
Pathetic is what it's giving.
It's giving
pathetic. It's not giving anything. It's taking away everything.
But do you know what else is like a turn on at 30? Like
what?
Directness. Like someone just being super direct and being like, tell me what you want and like no games, 0 games, just bang.
Okay, so like I have to not agree with that. Well, I do appreciate someone who is direct. However, I'm direct with someone that I'm not attracted to, right? So if I'm attracted to you, I will shy away from you. And maybe that's like past trauma that I went through of getting rejected so much, through high school and then I just stopped trying in college because I was like, you know what, this is not. And then I had my first man-to-man gay encounter at 21. So it was like I went from like girls didn't like me, and I was like, wow, I don't fucking like you. Oh, I don't like you either. And then we're trying to keep this PG-13.
We're trying to keep it PG. Yeah.
We're trying to at least like PG-14, TV-14.
PG-14.
So I was like, well, I don't like you either. Right. And then it was a wedding. Oh, let me give you all the tea on this. Right. So I went to a wedding. I was 21.
Yeah.
I was trying to grow my hair out because that was the style, and it really wasn't working.
You mean hair, or you mean like?
I was like, no, my hair. Like I was trying to grow it out because I wanted to be, oh my God, I wanted to be Antonio Banderas, right? I was like, I want to be sexy like him. Meanwhile, I was a twink like this, with just long. I just looked like I had a big old head. Anyways, so I'm at this wedding with my friend, and her cousin is there, who looks like George Clooney, just nice body. Looks like George Clooney meets the FBI meets Secret Service, right? Always in glasses, works out, nice body. And I was attracted to him. Now looking back at it, I was really attracted to him, but looking at it from that perspective of my 21-year-old self, I was more infatuated with the physique because I didn't look like that. I wanted to look like that.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, I didn't know he was gay. Right? So
he didn't give you the eyes. Like he didn't give you the eyes.
I don't know what the eyes are. And I'll tell you something. Let me continue with the story, and I'm going to tell you something.
Okay,
you're going to laugh at me.
Okay, go for it.
So they go to the rehearsal dinner. The guys all come, and the groom come because my friend's mom rented the resort for the wedding.
Yeah.
The whole resort. So we're all the guys, all of us are in the lobby. We're like chopping it up. We're drinking. We're like, doing whatever. And then the cousin goes, do you want to go get lobster next door? And I'm like, bet, let's do it. Right. Because lobster in Mexico was like nothing.
Yeah.
So we went and got lobster tails. We brought it back to the hotel room. We're eating in the room, and we're like having a couple more drinks. And then we're just kind of chilling. And then like the drinks had started flowing a lot at that point. And he's like, are you down? And I was like,
are you down?
Down for what? And he was like, are you down? I was like, yeah, I'm down. Like, what are we doing? Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. But like he meant as was I down as down? Like, am I gay? And I'm like,
oh,
what?
And he meant, are you down? Like, are you down?
Are you down? Like he wanted to know, like, if I don't know if I was like down low, but like, anyways, but like here that means, are you down? Like, are you gay? And so like, let me tell you, I was not prepared for this in my 21-year-old mind.
No.
And it was nothing sexual. It was just like, are you down? I was like, yeah, I'm down. What are we doing? Like, where are we going? Like, do you want to go get quads and ride the beach? Like, what are we doing? And then he's like, no, like, I want to like kiss you. And I was like, what? And then, you're ultra paranoid with your first with your first anything experience. And I was like,
yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, you're my friend's cousin. This is weird. Like, I'm a bad friend. Like, I'm like a cousin stealer. Like, I can't do that.
Not the cousin.
And then so like I'm sweating right now thinking about who I was at 21, right? So I'm like, go to your room, like, because he was in the room next door.
Go to your room. Sending an old man to his room. Go to your room.
He was only 3 years older than me.
Oh,
so
okay.
we get ready the next morning. Me and like there was one of the bridesmaids' brothers was there, and so he was like, "Can I come to your room and get ready with you?" Like, I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. Like, we can get ready and like we can walk over together because the wedding was on the beach."
Yeah.
So as we're getting ready, the cousin comes and he knocks on the door, and then he comes inside, and I'm like, "Hey," and I'm trying to like play cool, and then he just sits down, and he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "What's up?" And then the bridesmaids' brother's like, "What's up?" Like, we're all like, "What's up?"
What's up? Yeah.
And it gets awkward, so he gets up and leaves. And then like he turns around as he's closing the door and he like winks at me, and I'm like, so I go to the wedding. He's walking down the aisle, and like my subconscious mind is telling myself, oh my goodness, like everyone knows what happened last night. Everyone knows like he tried to kiss me, and like they're gonna hate me, and I don't know how I'm gonna get back to the States because they're gonna hate me because I'm just a terrible friend for like doing this, right? Because I was always told not to cross that boundary.
No, yeah.
And then I did it.
Wait.
Not at the wedding.
Okay,
but
that was my next question. I was like, after the wedding? Or...
Yeah. So we come back.
Yeah.
And then, I'm trying to keep it cool. I'm trying to keep it casual.
Yeah.
And we're just texting on my BlackBerry. And
not the BlackBerry. It was the BlackBerry or the Nokia. It was one or the other.
I had both. So we're messaging, and I'm like, "Can I ask you a question?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Are you gay?" And he's like, "Yeah, well, yeah. Like, I'm attracted to you. Like, I've been asking my cousin to hook me up with you for like months now." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not opposed to this experience. Like,
yeah.
I'm kind of feeling this, and I don't know what it is, and I'm just like." And he's like, "Well, can I take you on a date?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Bitch, our first date was at Chipotle. And we ended up dating for like 4 to 6 months. And then he like cheated on me with somebody because I wasn't moving fast enough. Like I wasn't progressing fast enough. Like I was still self-conscious about holding hands. And like I had been called a lot of names when I was growing up. So traumas so I had to like grow into this. Right now I'm like, give me your hand. Tell me something. I'll punch everybody in the face.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, I think that's what changes like in your 30s, because in your 20s, you're like, oh, should I not? Or like you're double thinking everything in your 20s. And then by your 30s, you're literally just like, meh, whatever. I'll do it. I'm down.
Like,
I'm down.
Like, you pay my bills? You can tell me what to do if you pay my bills, but I'm paying my own bills.
Yeah.
Miss girl. So that was my first experience. And then like we kind of like touched base off and on, but like he got weird, and I'm like I kind of just like pushed away from everybody entirely. Like that was part of that family, because I'm like this is awkward. Like we were somewhat dating, and it was just not it wasn't any of the things that I experience now. So it's like we're like I think we all go through that. That was very traumatizing.
I think like in before your 30s, like a heartbreak is essential before your 30s. Do you know what I mean? Like in your 20s, like you need a heartbreak.
Oh, let me tell you what the heartbreak was from that situation. It wasn't that we dated and we broke up. It was that we dated, he cheated on me. I was cool. Like, I'm cool. Like, you cheat on me, I'm not the one for you. Continue on with your life. I can respect you. Like, not respect you for like doing that to me, but I'd rather you be with somebody else that you want to be with than be with me. Like, I'm 100% on board with that. And I could be cool with you with that. Just be.
20?
What's up?
Like you felt like that at 20?
Yeah. Like I had a set of confidence about me, but not necessarily about my identity and my sexuality.
Okay. Yeah. That makes
so
sense.
I could brush stuff off like that. I'm like, you're good, you're solid. So I start dating somebody else. We break up, right?
Wait.
Because me and the new person.
Okay, you and the new person. Yeah.
We break up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get a phone call like 8 months later. Can I have a conversation with you? And I'm like,
from the new person, like the one that you
from the one that I recently broke up with. Yeah.
Can
I have a conversation with you? Sure. You and I have dated the same person.
Huh?
What? Right? Because this was all new to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean we dated the same person? And he's like, it was my first boyfriend. And he was like, I really love him, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm gonna need to call you right back. So I'm like, beep, 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 beep. Call my best friend. I'm like, oh my God, guess what just happened? Guess who just called me? You'll never guess, right? So the heartbreak was that I liked both of them and both relationships ended, but then they ended up dating each other. And I'm like, y'all are shady, right?
Yeah.
So then I put on my professional voice and I'm like, hello. And he's like, okay, I want to ask you. I said, okay, let's talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be professional, and I wanted to be cool, understanding, collected. I didn't want to seem thirsty or mad.
Yes.
So he said, why did you all break up? And I said, this is my moment. I said, he cheated on me. He was out creeping on me. And he was like, I will never get with him again. I was like, damn right. Okay.
Okay, so you know how you asked me what was crazy at 20? And that's crazy at 20.
That was crazy. Oh my God.
But I love it. I love it and I'm here for it.
But I will say the reason I didn't want to tell the second person that I had broken up with, and I'm just keeping their names like out of the conversation because like I don't want to drag them into this for no reason.
No.
But the reason I was actually told him the entirety of the truth is because I actually really did genuinely like the second person, even though it didn't work out. I'm like, I still like you as a person. And even though it didn't work out, like, I feel like you shouldn't go through what I went through. And you should just know the facts of what my relationship prior to this was. And then you can make your own decision based off that. Like, if you want to get back together, go for it. But you know what I mean? Like, I had a responsibility because I'm all about bro code, guy code, whatever you want to call it, gay code, all of the codes.
Cis code.
Yes. So I'm like, I'm just going to tell you what it is. Like, and you can make your conscious decision based off of that. And so they ended up breaking up. And then me and that guy are still cool. Like, he doesn't live in California, but if we get the opportunity to see each other, we do. And we hang out, everything's fine. I can't believe I just told that story live. I've never told that story.
We're live.
I've never in my life told that story to the public.
I think like my question for you though is because I find sometimes we like do things to try to prove things to ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, so to then have that conversation with him, was that almost trying to prove that, hey, like prove to him like, hey, I genuinely care about you, or like these days you could have made the decision to just been like, I'm gonna just leave it, like whatever, I'm moving on. Do you know what I mean?
I think in my 30-year-old mindset, then I would have that position of I'm genuinely giving you this information because I like you as an individual, and I feel like,
of course, you're doing.
But like at my 20, I was like 22 at the time. My 22-year-old self was like, I'm giving you this information because this is what happened to me, but I don't care about dating either one of you. You know what I mean? I was already like moved on on that point, but I was more like, oh, two of my exes are dating each other. I'm like, what happened? But then I was like, whatever.
The heartbreak.
I'm very back and forth. Like, when in that moment I was very back and forth. Like, I was emotional. Like, damn, like, is this how the gay world is? I hate it.
Not that like star signs have anything to do with it, but what's your star sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, are you?
So I'm petty, I'm outgoing, I'm spiteful, I'm supportive. I'm considerate.
She's boyfriend material.
I'm husband material.
Husband material.
I'm daddy material.
Daddy material.
I'm daddy material.
No, I love that. I'm a Pisces, so I'm basically all of those things that you said, plus emotional.
I was gonna say because I dated a Pisces
and we're crazy. Pisces are crazy.
Pisces are crazy.
We're also the best.
I need everybody in the chat to chime in on this. Is a Pisces No, Aquarius is definitely top of the list. Like, we are number one. Pisces is like, it's like Aquarius, Pisces.
Pisces is up there. Let's ask the chat.
It's up there. It's like, again, Aquarius, Pisces, and then all the other signs. Like, you're still up there, but you're like,
look, I value your opinion. The professional voice comes on. I value your opinion.
You want to talk about
it? Yes. Let's move on.
Talking about age, let's just talk about we're wrapping up the 30s, right? So let's talk about Jamie Rogers, Aquarius. Is it Aquarius? No, hold on. Let me see.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I feel Jamie Rogers is in the chat right now and sent 3 little emojis, but I can't tell which one it is. Hold on. Because I'm gonna find out.
What does it look like? What does it look like? Aquarius
it's 2
is
little
the
squigglies on top, like on top and bottom.
That's Aquarius. I think that's Aquarius. Or
Perfect.
Libra?
So Jamie Rogers says Aquarius is at the top. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate you.
Jamie, we're gonna have to have a little chat later.
Jamie is banned from the conversation.
Jamie, I'm gonna forward you notes on Pisces.
Speaking of age, what is an appropriate age gap?
Okay.
In your 30s, like what's appropriate?
Currently, I am in husband mode at the moment. I'm trying to meet someone. I'm trying to put myself out there. I'm trying to build connections. So I'm in husband mode at the moment.
Yes, girl, throw that tortilla out there. Go ahead. Yes.
So dating wise, for me, my age bracket is, I would say 26.
Okay.
26 as the youngest.
Okay.
To maybe like 40. That face. There's some really good looking 40-year-olds, okay? So
30s is already the death.
What is 40?
40s is a 401k and 1 foot in the grave.
That's why I'm like 26 to 40. 26 to 40 for dating, and maybe for the other stuff. Okay, we're going this because we're live. I love a daddy.
Now I'm gonna put you on the hot seat.
Oh, I'm on the hot seat.
Do you want children?
Do I want children? I think growing up, Filipino, Catholic, at the time thinking, that the heterosexual life was for me. Of course I wanted children. And, I've got nieces and nephews and I love them and I love being an uncle to them. But for me, and I've been asked this question before from my friends, and do I want children? At the end of the day, to bring a child into this world or to raise a child, personally, I think it takes, shout out to all the single parents out there. You guys are amazing. And one of my friends is a single parent and she did amazing, but I don't think I would want to raise a child on my own, if that makes sense. So if I wanted to be a dad, then I would want my partner to also want to be a dad, and I would want us to both be on the same page around that, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because I just think about raising children, and mental health is such a big thing these days, and the childhood part is really what forms our minds as adults.
It is. I have a lot of childhood trauma.
Yeah, exactly.
It was hard being perfect. Same. And this is why we're on the podcast together, because you just can't get any better than this. So once again, y'all, please like and subscribe to the Good Day Gay podcast. Follow us on Instagram. Share. We're trying to get to 100,000 followers and we're trying to quit our jobs and have health insurance. We're trying to be the best
Pisces and Aquarius out there.
Baby, we're unstoppable. We're international already. We're in 2 countries. Can we get a round of applause for that?
Not the second round of applause.
Second round. That's the other audience. That's the Southern. That's the
Australian audience. Now that's the worldwide audience.
That's the worldwide, Mr. Worldwide. Okay.
Fans in Barcelona.
We got fans in Barcelona. We got fans in Rome. Oh, Marco was in Rome.
I don't.
Marco. I'll send it to you later.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check my Instagram later. Oh gosh, now this.
We have Addies in Texas. We are all over the place.
Yes. So okay, can I just say, the best memory of Rome, with you, was going to the Trevi Fountain at 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
And like it was empty. There was no one at the Trevi Fountain, and we took those scooters to the Trevi Fountain.
We did, and we were riding on the we were riding on the little stone roads, like. I was like, look, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I have been lifting. Like
our booties just like.
Okay, just naturally twerking. It's like that. Me and Addie tried to have a Lizzie McGuire moment, and we were trying to like be like Lizzie McGuire, and the video. Maybe I'll share it on the page, on the Instagram page. But the video was like, "This is what a dream."
I think while you were doing that, Assad and I were like literally lost in the back, being like, "Our bikes aren't working."
Yes, no, I will put that picture up on the Good Day Gay podcast Instagram.
We got to do the photo shoot that we did.
Yes. Yeah. I will give people a snapshot about that. That was a good moment.
Can I just say, like, one of my favorite things about you, so this is the thing about Russell to the audience out there, like, he's always ready for a photo shoot. So out of nowhere, Russell pulls out this tripod, and I'm like, and he's setting it up. He's like, yeah, with the remote. And I was like, where did you get that tripod from?
And I was like, right here out of my fanny pack.
And I was like, what else is in there? Oh my gosh.
This is what dreams are made of.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I have a tripod. I have a tripod because I've had so many people tell me, oh, this picture is fire. And then when I get it, I'm like, this just the worst angle, worst lighting. People don't take good pictures of me. So I just had to start taking them myself.
What about when you take good pictures of people and you're literally like this, like,
oh, I'm into it. I'm on the ground. I'm clicking the light adjustments. I'm doing the shadows. I'm making sure that there's no obstructions.
And then you go like, do you mind taking a photo of me? And then you get your phone back and you're like, oh
no, this is me. I'm like, and then this is them. I'm right here. They're like, so it's like half my face. Hello.
Lesson of the story is, if you can't take a photo of yourself, who else going to take a photo of you?
Thank you.
Tripod.
If you don't know your angles, if they don't know your angles, know your own angles.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Paul, let's just talk about, as we start to wrap up here, where can everybody find you?
Find me? Okay.
Yes.
So I am in Australia. No, so my Instagram handle is Mr. Byohan. I'm currently just on Instagram. So again, like and subscribe G'day Gay Podcast, the channel, but also like and subscribe to my Instagram page, Mr. Byohan. And yeah, you can let me know what we want to talk about. I think one thing that's like, when you and I were talking about the podcast, Russ, that it's like going to be really interesting is like an American point of view versus an Australian point of view. So to all my good gays in Australia, like, let me know your points of views and I can bring it onto the podcast as well. But follow me on Instagram.
Yes, follow him on Instagram. And you can follow me on Instagram and all over the internet at Russell X Raymond. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. This podcast right now is streaming on YouTube. We'll eventually get it up into Apple, iTunes. We'll get into Spotify, all the above. Yep. And as we wrap up, we do want to ask for your help. We audience, we want to thank everybody who's been on here. We've had 4 viewers from start to finish, which is great.
Awesome. Yeah,
they have been in here loyal. We want to give a shout out to Marsha in San Francisco. We want to give a shout out to Jamie Rogers, who's been live and active in the chat, agreeing that Aquarius is the best sign in all of the world. Thank you so much.
We're having a chat later.
And Kel Mickey said 26 youngest Paul, exclamation point. Make sure they have their frontal lobe developed, because it develops at the age of 25. Yes,
she knows. She knows. I love you. Thank you for leaving that comment.
No, we definitely appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. We're here to have fun, but we're also here to talk about really the struggles of like being 30, because millennials were promised the world, and we were told if you go to school and you work hard, you can build this life, because our parents bought their houses for 1/20th of their income, and now to buy a house you need 7 times your income. So
true.
you know, we went to college, we did all the things we were supposed to, and then the American dream was let down, and it was like, look, you have no future, you have no money, there's going to be no social security when you die, so good luck with that. So with that being said, we do need your help for the next episode because we are going to be talking about dating. Oh wait, no, Paul, we forgot about your segments.
Oh my gosh.
Get into it. Wait. Before we go anywhere. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe. Reverse that, rewind. That was an error on my part.
Wait. Yes. There we go. Okay.
Yes.
So every week we're going to be discussing our oh no moments. Or because I'm Aussie and because you're here for it, our oh no moment. So this is going to be a little thing at the end of the podcast every week. We're going to talk about what was our oh no moment. What was our oh no moment of the week? So Russ, what was the moment this week that made you go oh no?
Oh no, let me tell you.
Oh no.
I've been working out, right? And I'm like, I'm feeling myself. My body is like real cute. I've always wanted a sexy Halloween costume. Let me show you the Halloween costume. Let me show you the Halloween costume that I thought I was going to wear. Let me get in on this. This was the Halloween costume that I thought I was going to wear.
I didn't vote, but I was going to vote for that one.
The shorts didn't fit. They got halfway to my booty and they were just not going any further. And I was like, I'm going to be this sexy cop. I'm going to have these handcuffs. I'm going to handcuff everybody at the party tonight. Right. And then I went to go put it on. I was like, it was not working. I was like, oh no, my ass is too fat.
Oh no. Is that really an oh no moment though? Like, oh no, my ass is so fat. Like,
yes, because the thing said one size fits all. And it didn't fit at all.
Not this ass.
Not this. That was false error. I'm sending this thing right back to Amazon. And Jeff Bezos, I want my money back.
That thing should have said like one size fits all, but not the host of G'day Gay podcast. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. What is your oh no moment of the week?
Okay.
Also, do you like my Australian accent? Is it doable? If I was like, oh no, like, hey, is this believable?
I mean, it's.
I practice all the time. Like everybody here in Long Beach does not believe that
that's pretty good. There is a tinge of like New Zealand accent in there, but it's good. It's
okay,
good.
I'll work on it. But what is your oh no moment of the week, Paul?
Okay, so that was good. Okay, so you did kind of spring this on me at the last minute, but so I didn't have an oh no moment of the week, but I'm just going to go out there right now and just have a rant for an oh no moment of life.
Let me give you your flowers. Hold on, there you go.
I'm just going to go out there and say in life, this is the one thing that I'm going to say oh no to. Catfishing. Oh no to catfishing. Like, it's 2024. Like, if your photo quality is not gonna be like iPhone 13 and above, or if you're gonna wear a hat and hatfish me, or you're gonna wear sunglasses and, like, I don't know, take your sunglasses off and it's just not pretty under there, or you're not going to smile and all of a sudden you smile and again it's not pretty, but catfishing, oh no.
You know what about catfishing? And sometimes it's not even bad, right? It's just not what was advertised.
Yeah.
So
like those shorts.
Yeah, that was bad. I know. But here's the thing, right? So I don't know about you, but when someone catfishes, for me, I'm like, oh, this could have been completely doable, but there was this whole deception that you wanted to portray that you were something else that you were not. And now you're here, and now it's awkward because you know that I know that you're lying, and now you just want me to accept this for who you are, but you were deceptive up until this point. So how can I trust you?
I feel like we're definitely going to get into this next week when we talk about dating disasters. But question to you.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been catfished and then presently surprised with the catfish?
No, I'm in America. Oh not a single time. There's not a single time I can think about it where it's like, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. I said, hell no. What is this?
I think that a pleasantly surprised catfish is, say, like, maybe their photo was when they were like, you know, and nothing wrong with twinks, but maybe their photo, they were a little bit twinky. And when they came to your apartment or whatever, they are a bit more muscular. That's a pleasant surprise.
That is a pleasant surprise, but that doesn't happen here.
Not in America.
Not in America. This is America. Like Beyonce said, America's got a problem.
I know.
Well, thank you all for tuning in with us and for hanging in there with us for an hour. Our goal was 45 minutes, and this actually flew by a lot faster than we thought. And so we want to shout out to Marsha Garibay, who actually lost service. She said, Russell is absolutely husband material. Clap, clap, clap. I know this comment is super late. I lost service and I had to rewind. Laughing face, the ghetto. And Kel said, loved it. Great chit chat. Want more of you both. And Jamie said, podcast highlight, quote, I just want.
What? Oh my gosh, what?
Jamie Rogers said, podcast highlight, quote, I just want someone that will show up for me. And then it said, me. You want someone who will shop for you? Question mark. Thank you all for streaming with us.
Books, Jamie.
Please follow Paul at Mr. _ Biohan on Instagram. Go ahead and head over to my Instagram, Russell X Raymond. And please go to the Instagram for the Good Day Gay podcast. It's GDAY podcasts on Instagram. And once again, share your stories with us about your dating disasters. And we will share them on next week's episode and tell you if we've had one that has been similar or worse. Until then, good day, gays. See you later.
Good day, guys. Bye.
Awkward. Wait, I can't find the outro. Here we go.